Alright, today's video we're going to do a Head Speed Pro 1820. Haven't done an 1820 yet, so this will be new. Butt cap up, it will say Head in the head, and Speed Pro will be up. That's butt cap up. The first thing to keep in mind when you're doing an 1820 racket, to make sure when you pull your mains off, if you're doing a two-piece, make sure you pull off about an additional 24 inches or so, 18 to 24. And for those that are wondering, this is Hyper G 17 gauge at 51 pounds. So this racket is going to start in the head. Do your back up. I'm not going to lie to you people, I show y'all to do the back up, but I don't back up when I'm live streaming. And it's 6 o'clock at night and you still got 20 rackets to go. Sometimes I just want to get them done. I can knock 5 seconds off. I'll knock 5 seconds off. We're going to string 3, or not string, but we're going to pull tension on 3 of the mains. And now we're going to thread the next 2 just to get them out of the way so we don't have a bunch of string hanging around out there. We're going to pull tension on 6 crosses on this side. This will be number 6. We will finish out this side. I turned that handle, but I'm going to have to turn it again. This machine, not every machine, this machine, these 1820s, the handles are too close, they hit each other. 16, 18, 19 rackets, so a big enough gap in there I can turn those rackets and have the handles facing to each other. For these, I can't do that until we get down there. Pardon me. We're going to skip the 8th grommet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Skip the 8th grommet in the throat and the head. We're also going to skip the 10th grommet in the head and the throat. And we're going to tie this onto the 9th grommet, which is the 2nd main string from the outside. doing enough of these videos when I string rackets that I'm not trying to video, I keep forgetting to use my tilts. Again, we're going to skip the 8th grommet, throat and head. And we're going to skip the 10th grommet, head and throat. And we're tying off in the 9th grommet from the throat. And I will tell you, if you're doing this as a one piece, it starts in the head and it will finish in the throat. So when you do it and you skip and you come back up, I guess you skip this side. If you skip this one, you come back up. Make sure your top cross and your bottom cross have an opposite weave. So if this string is, if the cross is under, make sure it is over on the bottom. So just something to keep in mind if you're doing one piece. All right, for crosses, handle away from you, we're going to go to that 10th grommet, which is our second skip, and we are going to start under the number, what is that, the second main string from the outside edge. And you'll finish over the second main string on this outside edge. Now we're going to do our top cross, and we're going to start over this third main. All you beginners out there, if y'all keep stringing all your rackets like this, they all should come out fine. You don't have to worry about a bunch of misweaves, and you're going to get a little quicker, a little faster. Until you try to get that thing in the end and drop it. Third cross, haven't pulled tension. Third cross, we're going to start under the outside main. We will start under the outside main until we get to the first skip at the bottom. We'll always finish over the outside main on the other side. Now we're going to pull tension on the number 2 cross. Again, starting under, outside main. And I'll tell you, I don't like doing 18-20 rackets. Strings are just too close together. They're also hard to keep the crosses straight. They do like to bend. These little smiley faces. Again, we started under, get all the way across, and we will finish over. We got 5 crosses in. We're going to go back. We're going to pull knot tension on our first cross. And we're going to tie our knot. You can actually see it'll say right here, tie off C, which is cross. C is cross. And this is our, what is that, the 9th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th grommet. We're tying off on the second main from the outside edge. Just start heading down the racket. Again, all you got to do is remember when you start your cross, start under, and you should finish over on the other side. If you finish under on the other side, you got to misweave somewhere. Yeah, I've been outside all day today and I am still burning up. We're at a tournament today. I did not play, but I helped run the tournament. I don't know if y'all watch many of my videos, but you can probably tell that I'm a little bit on the older side and a little bit on the fat side, and old and fat standing outside in Texas heat all day long. That's a no-go. It gets rough after a while. But I swore a long time ago that I would never complain about heat again. I was in the Marine Corps when we had Desert Storm and I was over there in the desert. And I know it got hotter. The hottest day I remember was like 80 something, 87% humidity. And it's 139 degrees. And I swore I'd never complain about heat back home again. And here I am complaining about the heat. Of course, I wasn't 270 pounds back then either. Still starting under, finishing over. I will share with y'all, if I can figure out how to explain it, a little tidbit. So I see a lot of guys ask me this question about when they're weaving, that the string bed is all over the place. When I'm weaving, I'm keeping pressure on it here to keep it from doing that. Hang on, maybe I'm not. I'm keeping pressure on it here with my palm, and then when I get off of that, this hand fingers are on top of it. I keep that spinning around a little bit while I'm trying to weave. I don't know if I've ever said that in a video before, to be honest. I get that question every once in a while. So like here, I've got fingers on it here, got fingers on it here. Trying to keep that from spinning as I'm weaving. Same thing, got fingers on it here, fingers on it here. To keep that turntable from turning around while I'm trying to weave my strings. Apparently I'm going to be out on the courts all day tomorrow too, because we have to finish up the tournament, and after that I got to go out at 3 o'clock in the blazing midday heat and do wheelchair tennis. This is tight enough. That's about as far as I'm going to get trying to push weave. Starts getting kind of hard. try to always go under on the outside of the racket. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes strings just want to go over. I always try to go under. And on this racket, here in a few seconds. I also went under over here. I've also came out under over here. So this one I'm going to make sure it goes under in here. Maybe if I can get a little bevel through. Okay. Oh, we had our first skip over here, and I forgot to tell you. On the second main from the outside edge, we started over that main. So it was different. We were under. We started the strings under on both sides until we got to that first skip. Once we got to that skip, we started over the second main. This one we started under the third main. You probably can't tell it yet. Maybe you can. I don't know how good your picture is. But like I said, this string came out under, so I'll make sure that one went under. I will also make sure this one, when I put it through, will also go under the cross over here. Or the outside main, whatever you call it. Oops. I got talking, didn't do my knot tension. Okay, so make sure I was under here. Don't want to cross over. It doesn't really matter in the throat. You're not going to drag that on the ground. It's just an aesthetic. It makes it look better. Same thing here. This was under. I wanted this one to be under. Now this one, factory recommendation is to tie off. It has it marked right here. It says tie cross or tie C. You're supposed to come up here and tie off. You can also tie off on number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can also tie off on number 7. I personally, I like tying off on number 7 because there's the, right there's where the string's at. Some people will tell you shouldn't really put that much tension on the outside of your frame because there's not a very big gap right there. Not a lot of frame. But after you tie your knot, you're not going to have that much pressure right there. That much of an increase. So again, I tied on number 7, but if you want to stick with factory recommendations, you will tie up here on number, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. You'll tie off on number 10. But you do whatever you're comfortable doing. Don't use tie where I tie because that's what you want to do. Snip your tail. I will share with y'all a good practice. I don't do it, and a lot of guys do it. Come in here and kind of flatten that tail out to get rid of those sharp edges. I kind of push mine in, but I don't really flatten them out all that much. Okay, so now we need to straighten our string, go with the mains. Very good. I take it off to doing crosses because I don't want to bend over. And I told y'all on the 1820 they do like to bow down a little bit. This one is not too bad. I tried to increase how much I held them up. And really about it. Across my mains. That's pretty good. I'll have to look up the year model for this racket because I honestly don't know. I think it's a 2019. But anyway, Head Speed Pro 1820.